Hello, Holy Cross community, and it's a joy once again to be speaking to you. I'm here in the altar, and behind me is the cross, and I am speaking today about the upcoming feast of the Holy Cross. We hear Jesus Christ saying to us in the Holy Gospel that he who wants to come after me, then deny himself, pick up the cross and follow me. And one might say, what does that mean? Pick up the cross and follow me. The life of as Christians is that of the cross. You see, our world that we live in wants to experience that of the resurrection. We all think about heaven. We all think about having ease. But the reality is that if we follow the way of Jesus Christ, we also have to follow the way of the cross. That means, in other words, that we need to be crucified to this world and join Christ on the cross. What does it mean to be crucified? What does it mean to follow Christ? What does it mean to die on the cross? And we have the more obvious example of the martyrs of our church who were ready to die for Christ. As we know, the 12 disciples did not just have a happily ever after ending to the story. All of those who followed Jesus Christ had to follow them even to the point of death. So the disciples of Jesus Christ, one after the other, died for Christ, and countless are the martyrs, the ones who had to die for cross. Are we strong to die for Jesus Christ? Are we ready to give up our whole life to Him? That is a big question. We might think we're ready, but even myself, we might just deny Him when the time of persecution, if and when it comes. And therefore, one way of course, is dying with Christ is on the cross is literally to die. But there's other examples of that. We have to die to our passions, to our sins, to our ways of life. And we have to ask ourselves, are we dying to sin? Are we truly saying no to sin? Can we say that we have lived a sinless day? As we wake up in the morning until the night that we go to sleep, have we lived that day without any sin? And therefore, if we do not fight sin, if we do not fight our passions, if we do not fight our will, on things which are evil, then we're not really crucifying ourselves. We're not really following the way of Christ. We're not picking up a cross to follow Jesus Christ. Others have followed Christ by a life of prayer and asceticism. From morning until night, they would offer themselves to prayer and to living a holy life. So there's many ways of dying for Christ. And we see that also people who offer their services by helping the poor and loving others and being kind. We have examples of people who die taking care of their children, and we have good examples of parents who want to do that. So a life of Jesus Christ is the life of the cross. The life of Jesus Christ is that we have to work in this life, and we have to sacrifice, and we have to offer, and we are not here for being self-centered, but that of other people. And therefore, we are people of the cross, and as a Holy Cross community, we're blessed to have our church named after the cross, this beautiful symbol of a lifestyle that we are called to live. This upcoming Thursday night and Wednesday morning, the 13th in the evening, we have the Great Vespers celebrating the cross, and then the next day we have the Divine Liturgy and the actual procession of the cross, in which we also venerate the cross and glorify Jesus Christ's resurrection. So, as your parish priest, I ask you to come. I expect you to come. I want you to come. I want our church to be filled Tuesday evening. I want our church to have Orthodox Christians in it. I want the Greek Orthodox people and also everybody in our community to be present to celebrate the cross, both in the evening and then in the Divine Day, the next day on the 14th. I pray that if we're called to sacrifice, let us sacrifice some of our time and let us be present at the services for the cross. And may we have the cross of Christ and the love that is on it, which is Jesus Christ Himself, always protect us. May He be kind to us and always be with us. And may we be wearing our crosses physically but also may we also wear our crosses in our hearts, knowing that we have a life of dedication to others and above all to our God. Στέκουμε εδώ στο ιερό, όπου βρίσκεται και ο Σταυρός της Εκκλησίας μας, όπου θα γίνει η λιτάνευση του Σταυρού την τρίτη βράδυ στις παραμονή του Τιμίου Σταυρού, αλλά και την ημέρα του Σταυρού θα λυτρέψουμε το Σταυρό και θα προσκυνήσουμε το Σταυρό και θα δοξάσουμε την Ανάστασή Του. Η ζωή του χριστιανού είναι αυτή του Σταυρού. Μας λέει ο Χριστός ότι για να ακολουθήσουμε Αυτόν πρέπει να απανίσουμε τον εαυτό μας και να άρουμε τον Σταυρό και να τον ακολουθήσουμε. Δηλαδή μια ζωή θυσίας, μια ζωή υπηρεσίας, όπως ο Χριστός. Ο Χριστός δεν ήθελε να τον υπηρετήσουμε, αλλά να μας υπηρετήσει εμάς. Και έτσι, αν είμαστε άνθρωποι χριστιανοί, πρέπει και εμείς να ζήσουμε μια ζωή θυσίας για το πλησίον και όλοι μαζί για τον Χριστό. Αλλά τουλάχιστον ζητάω για τώρα να παρευρεθούμε στον Εσπερινό και στην Θεία Λειτουργία. Να είμαστε Ορθόδοξοι χριστιανοί, να μην ξεχνάμε τις παραδόσεις μας και όλοι μαζί να δούμε να προσκυνήσουμε τον Σταυρό, να τιμήσουμε την ενορία μας που μας καλύπτει όλους και να δοξάζουμε τον Κύριόν μας την ημέρα αυτή του μεγάλου του Σταυρού. Και εύχομαι όλοι μας με την προστασία του χριστιανού, μάλλον του Χριστού και του Σταυρού, να προχωράμε μπροστά και να είμαστε άνθρωποι, όπως είπα, του Σταυρού, της θυσίας, της αγάπης και να αγωνιζόμαστε καθημερινώς. Ο Θεός μας να σας προστατεύει πάντοτε και όλοι μαζί να γιορτάσουμε την εορτή της Εκκλησίας μας του Τιμίου Σταυρού. Αμήν.